Today we are going to be doing Banga Soup. Banga Soup. If you're an African or if you live in the tropics, I don't know if they have this in the Caribbean. If you live in the tropics, these are palm nuts, right? They're gotten, of course, from palm trees. This is what they use to make the African red oil. I will show you how it's grown and how it looks on the tree. But we harvest it and then we take it off the... Now, it comes in a bunch with some sticky ends, like some pine ends. You have to almost literally either pick it or you hit the whatever and it falls off, right? And it comes out looking like this. The back is filled with palm oil. The other day I saw this man explaining what the benefits in palm oil. This is oil that is, gotten from vegetables. It's a vegetable oil. It's not an animal fat. It's a vegetable fat. And there are very many nutritional value. You can see the color. I hear that when fruits have deep colors, it tells you how much, will I say vitamin, or how much, how rich the food value is. So we call this banga or palm frond. Now, in order to make this from the scratch, we are doing it from the scratch, we needed to boil it and then we should have pounded it. But because we don't have a mortar, I'm going to teach you how to squeeze your oil out of palm frond. It's very easy with some warm water. It's already boiled. You don't want it to get cold. And you can squeeze it. You can actually use your fingers to squeeze it out. My hands are clean. I'm going to wash. Can you hold this? Yaji is with me here today. Yaji, hold it. Let's see. I will let you speak because she's the one cooking anyway. But I told her I was going to show her. We don't have a mother, right? I will still rinse it. And you know why I will rinse it? Because we just boiled it. We want it to be very clean. We want it to be absolutely clean. And then we'll still put some warm water because now I think I'm using some cold water. So, instead of pouring it in, I'm going to scoop it out because I want to take off all the sand. I feel some, I think I feel something at the bottom, but I want to take off all the sand. So instead of just pouring it in, I'm scooping it in so I can get rid of all the bits of, sand. Because when you cook this, you want to be able to, lick or eat it without feeling some, sand in it at the bottom, right? I think we will now use some warm water. Let me wash my pot. So in order to wash the sand from the bottom of your pot, you have to mix it. If you just pour it without mixing it, you won't get all the sand out. So I did that. I will rinse again. So I'm sure that all the sand and all the stones are off. And then we can put the clean banga in here. Then I will need some warm water again. Not too hot, so it doesn't mess up my hand. In fact, maybe I would have started, kneading it. You see this, guys? This is all oil. In order to make it easy for people, they pound. But I told you we don't have a mortar today. So we're just going to squeeze the oil. I hope we'll be able to get enough of the oil out.
No, it's too hot. Since it's already
It's
hot.
very soft, yeah. You have to tell us.
Because of the thing is already soft, so it'll be easy to come out. Because it's only oil that is inside.
See that? It becomes very easy. And this delicacy is really a southern food. Because of the oil. Yeah, palm frond is not too much grown in the north, right?
Yes.
So it's really a southern food. So the Warri people will call it banga soup. The Bini people will call it owo. You know, they use this to make owo too.
Yes. They also
Fresh
call
one.
there's another soup called owo soup in Urobo.
Okay.
Yes.
Owewiri. The Yoruba people call it owewiri. Urobo wado.
Yay.
Now check out. Look at the thickness of the oil. You see that the oil is coming out.
Yeah.
So if you're like me, that has no what do you call it now? You don't have mortar
Mortar. You can just boil it and use your hand to scoop it.
and scoop, squeeze it out. This is what the mortar will do for you. And then you get it out. You get as much as you can, squeeze as much as you can. This is just, imagine God is such an amazing God. That nature, has this much blessing for us. Our forefathers didn't have to go buy the olive oil. They had oil in, our own natural way of getting oil. And guess what? Inside this banga seed now is another palm seed
With
that
oil inside.
with oil in it. Listen, God did not leave us without. God did not leave us without. God provided everything for us to survive. Everything for us to survive. This is edible. Sometimes, nowadays the Chinese people, listen, if you're listening to me, this palm oil or this palm growing was studied by the Chinese people. Now they came to Edo State to study how to grow palm fronds. In how many years ago, I was reading the history of how they discovered that they needed oil to make soap and cream. And so palm oil was actually a high trading commodity. Very highly traded. Oh. We were making a lot of money from. So the people were coming to Africa, especially Nigeria, to learn. And they went to I think it's Nifo in Benin to learn how to do this. They learned how to do it. And now the Chinese people are making palm oil. And they know how to mechanically bleach it. Not just squeeze it out. But they bleach it now so clear that you don't even know that you're using palm oil. If you see most of their products, it's actually made by palm oil. Listen, guys, put the camera on me. Let me say something. In America the other day, I had a customer. She went to what chicken now? No, it's not Church's chicken. She went to one of these fast food restaurants, if I remember the name. And she bought some chicken and she had a sauce. Immediately I tasted the sauce, I knew it was palm oil. And I told her, they said it was their secret sauce. I said, what secret sauce? If you know the taste of palm oil, they say if you know, you know, right?
Yes.
If you know the taste of palm oil, you will know what it is. And guess what? I told her, and then she was telling me, oh, let's look for the ingredient. So I went to their website and I Googled the secret sauce for chicken in, it's not Church's chicken. What's the name of this chicken place? I'll remember and I'll let you know. And guess what? The oil was palm oil. If you know, you know. So guys, we have bring it back in. If you look at what we have done now, we have succeeded in squeezing most of the oil. And in order for the oil to really come out very well, we need more. Now we need really hot water. So I will not be putting my hand into this place. I'll be using a spoon to mix it. Because we need hot water. And we need another pot, my dear. Can you get us another pot? We need another pot. A clean pot. So we are going to be rinsing the pot. So we need another clean pot so that we can now sieve our oil. Now, it is the base of the oil that we begin to use to cook our soup.
Yay!
You know, they say if you know, you know. So this is the hot water. We've been boiling it. We'll pour as many, as much, as many, much.
But do not pour too much so that it will be.
Yeah, you don't pour too much.
It will dry fast.
Yes, you don't pour too much so that you don't have just straight water. But you also try to rinse this thing at least. This is the first rinse we are going to get. So what we are trying to do is to get all the oil out of the shaft. And then you have a sieve, you pour it in. You see that?
See our oil.
This is oil. This is how they make the local oil. And then when they have squeezed it enough, a lot, they put it on the stove to cook. And the more it cooks, the more the water dries. And when it dries, you get the pure oil. Yeah. But since we're going to be making soup, we don't necessarily have to cook out all the water from it. So you see, guys, it's very hot. It's really hot. I'm using my hands. So we'll squeeze again. We'll squeeze again and add more water. Man, it's really hot. Let me use this water. Add some cold water, right?
Yes. To
help the process, let me add a little bit of cold water.
After I finish squeezing it, then you cannot add the hot water.
Okay, you hear me? Yaji's Kitchen is teaching me, oh guys. Yaji's Kitchen is teaching me. Because if I didn't add that water, I will not be able to tolerate the heat. So you see, this is more oil. We were wondering if this soup will be enough for everybody. I think it's turning out right. Guess what? I can't share with you guys. You just have to smell it. You should have some smelly vision and some tasty vision. That's what you do on cooking channel. You just have to
audio food.
Thank you.
Audio
it's
food.
Audio food, right? This is audio food we are doing. You have to find out where Yaji's Kitchen is to get the real one. I'm gonna be, in the US, I've really not seen. Somebody told me that her friend planted palm kernel. I don't know. But that will be growing in Florida. You know I live in Florida. That will have to grow in Florida. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that yet. Let me do one more wash. Then I'll put the hot water. One more wash. Imagine the amount of oil we are getting out of this thing. Tell me if God is not good. God did not leave us hungry. We just need to find out all the edible things in the bush. I'm telling you, what you consider, they say one man's food is another man's poison, right? And what you consider bush is somebody's food, though. You say, there's bush over there, it's a lie. If you find the right person will eat it right. And you will know that there's no bush around your house. See that? See how clean the nuts are? You wash it off. I'm going to use some warm water again. So guys, this will be our last wash. I'll zoom into the pot, let them see. So you see the difference You see how clear the water is getting? Show the original one. You see how thick? You even see the oil residue on top. And you see how clear the water is now? This will tell you that you have succeeded in taking most of the oil out. Obviously, you see that? We're going to get it out with our sieve. And then we will begin the process of cooking our banga soup. Now you see this palm kernel? I will take it outside and let it dry. And guess what? I'm going to break it tomorrow. I will let it dry and I'll break it so that you will see the... Look at this, is already broken. Zoom into this. Look at the palm nut inside. This palm nut also has oil in it. And they use it to make body cream. They use it to make soap.
Yeah.
Listen, this whole fruit, the tree, everything about this plant
It's useful.
is useful.
Even the child.
Even this husk.
Yes.
What do they? I know they used to use it to light fire when it dries. What else?
They
do you
also
use it for?
use it to do sponge.
You use it for sponge, guys. Listen, though, we are learning. We use this for sponge.
Yes.
And if we were very innovative, I'm sure these things can be threaded
Yes.
and used to weave. Because I've seen them use the coconut. When you remove the husk from the coconut. In India today, they are making it into ropes
Yes.
and they are using it to weave.
Yeah.
So Nigeria, may God help us so hunger no go kill us for this land. God don't bless us so now we no want help ourselves. There are too many things to do with this. So join us again when we... No, hold on, let me put it on the stove so you can see. It will begin to boil, right?
Yes.
So we put this on the stove and it begins to boil. We have our meat already. You see that? We have our meat already cooking. We're going to be mixing both of them very soon. And then you will see when we add all the ingredients that are necessary to cook the banga soup. So thank you. We'll be back right back.